Extinct species are always shrouded in a certain aura of mystery, especially when it comes to such striking representatives of nature as butterflies. In the mid-19th century, one such butterfly, exceptionally colorful and unique, suddenly disappeared, becoming a legend among entomologists. This species, known in scientific circles as the mysterious mirage butterfly, was first discovered in the remote corners of South America's tropical forests. Only rare descriptions and a few faded illustrations have survived, which today appear as something between reality and fantasy. For a century and a half, the butterfly was often mentioned only in books and legends as a symbol of fleeting beauty and the transience of nature. However, the lack of physical evidence of its existence sparked much debate about its reality. Some scientists even believed that the species never existed in nature and that its description was merely the result of a mistake or misinterpreted data. Nevertheless, in those times when naturalists traveled through uncharted territories and made discoveries that changed science, this butterfly remained in the background, waiting for its moment to make itself known again. Despite the fact that efforts to find any traces or descendants of this butterfly were unsuccessful, the legends about it did not die. The butterfly became a symbol of hope and the unpredictability of nature. Could it have been waiting to one day remind the world of its existence again? The discovery of the century, an unexpected trace in the unexplored jungle. An unexpected twist in this mysterious story occurred in an unlikely place, in the uncharted jungles of the southern Amazon. In the mid-2000s, a group of scientists studying the region's biodiversity stumbled upon something astonishing. While studying insects, they noticed bright spots flickering among the dense thickets. At first, they thought it was just a play of light and shadow, but as the team approached a nondescript patch of forest, an astonishing sight unfolded before their eyes. A mirage butterfly, long believed to be extinct, was gracefully fluttering among the flowers. This discovery became a true sensation. The specialists immediately organized detailed filming and collected samples for analysis. It soon became clear, this was indeed the very butterfly whose descriptions had sparked debate and confusion in scientific circles for many years. A careful examination confirmed that the specimen's condition and characteristics matched exactly with the original data from the 19th century. Why and how it ended up here, in such remote corners of the jungle, remained a mystery. But the unique nature of this place, teeming with rare plant species and barely touched by humans, became a logical explanation for its survival. This corner of nature seemed to conceal an ancient secret from the world, waiting for the time when the world would be ready to once again recognize and appreciate this magnificent butterfly. But the discovery raised new questions. How had this species managed to remain unnoticed for such a long time? And what else do these jungles hide? Answers to these questions could not only expand our knowledge about the butterfly, but also shed light on the evolutionary processes of the entire region. Resurrection from oblivion. Who actually discovered the butterfly? When the world was stunned by the news of the incredible return of the mysterious mirage butterfly, the main question remained unanswered. Who was the lucky one who first found this vanished wonder of nature? It seemed that not only one group of scientists played a key role in this discovery, but also the unusual circumstances under which the butterfly reappeared to the world. It all began with the expedition of a young entomologist who passionately studied the insects of the Amazon. The name of this enthusiastic researcher became famous when he noticed unusual activity in the places he knew so well. Together with his team, they accidentally discovered the butterfly while following an unusual route that led them deep into the forest. The entomologist's intuition and persistence played a crucial role, as he was the first to recognize that very same, almost mythical species, despite the skepticism of his colleagues. However, just as impressive was the way the butterfly was identified. Thanks to advanced DNA analysis methods, which at that time were just beginning to be widely used in field research, the scientists were able to confirm their suspicions about the origin of the specimen. It was not just a butterfly, but a living relic that had survived from a time when it was believed to be extinct. Such a discovery became possible thanks to a combination of many factors, ranging from chance to the persistent work of the researchers. This incredible story not only brought fame to the entomologist, but also showed the world how accidental finds can overturn our understanding of the natural world around us. The hope that somewhere in the world extinct species are still hiding was rekindled in the hearts of scientists. But this particular discovery led to new questions and research that could reveal more secrets about the amazing survival abilities of these creatures. An astonishing discovery, details that amaze scientists. The discovery of the mirage butterfly shook the scientific community, but it was the details revealed to the researchers that were even more astonishing. The first thing that struck scientists was the exceptional brightness of its wings. The butterfly, described in the 19th century, possessed a unique combination of blue and gold colors that seemed to shimmer in the light. It was believed that such coloring could attract the attention of predators, but its true purpose turned out to be much more complex. It turned out that the butterfly uses these colors to create an optical illusion, producing a vanishing effect that makes it almost invisible to predators. The second discovery was the structure of its body and wings. Its aerodynamic properties were perfect for agile maneuvering through the dense jungle vegetation, allowing the butterfly to quickly escape from danger. Scientists discovered that its wings are covered with microscopic scales that help reflect light, creating an effect of reflective mimicry. It was precisely this that allowed the butterfly to survive for such a long time, despite all the challenges. In addition, its behavior and methods of communication with other individuals attracted particular interest. Researchers noticed that the butterfly uses complex wing movements and special pheromones to interact with other specimens, which is rare among insects. This demonstrated a high degree of social interaction that had not previously been associated with this species. All these unique traits pointed to the species' incredible adaptability and evolutionary sophistication. These findings not only confirmed theories about the existence of the species, but also made scientists reconsider their views on evolutionary processes. The mirage butterfly became a vivid example of how nature can surprise us and what unexpected mechanisms it can use for survival. However, the main surprises are still ahead. After all, unraveling the unique DNA of the butterfly promises new discoveries. Evolution under the microscope. What does ancient DNA hide? Research into the DNA of the mysterious mirage butterfly became a real sensation in scientific circles. Scientists soon discovered that its genome concealed many interesting facts that could explain its remarkable ability to survive. The first thing that astonished everyone was the presence of genetic markers that had never before been found in any other known butterfly. According to researchers, these unique DNA segments could provide information about how the species adapted to changes in its environment. Another intriguing discovery was found in the genes responsible for the butterfly's wing coloration. It turned out that these genes had undergone unusual changes over time, allowing the butterfly to change its coloration depending on lighting conditions and danger. This phenomenon, known as genetic plasticity, had previously only been observed in certain highly developed animals. In addition, analysis of ancient DNA showed that the mirage butterfly is capable of rapidly changing its metabolism in response to changes in temperature and humidity. This unique quality allowed it to survive in the jungle, where climate conditions could change abruptly. Interestingly, such abilities are usually characteristic of species that exist in extremely unstable environments. The results of the research not only provided new data on genetic adaptations, but also opened up the possibility for further study of evolutionary processes. The mirage butterfly became the key to understanding how some species can remain hidden for such a long time. The evolution of its genome showed that nature continues to amaze us, and that its survival mechanisms are far more complex than scientists had assumed. This new perspective on evolution promises not only new discoveries, but also the possibility to change our understanding of the processes occurring in nature. New discoveries. How did the butterfly reveal the secrets of survival? However, the most exciting aspect of the discovery of the mirage butterfly was how it revealed some of the secrets of survival in challenging conditions. After studying its specimens and observing its behavior, scientists discovered incredible mechanisms that allowed this species to remain invisible to science for a century and a half. The first astonishing discovery was that the mirage butterfly is able to adapt to various types of threats by using its unique wing coloration. Thanks to special pigments, the butterfly can change the intensity of its colors depending on the lighting and time of day, creating the illusion of blending in with its surroundings. This helped it avoid predators and hide from observers. Such an adaptation process indicated that even the smallest changes in the environment could be used for survival. Researchers also discovered that the butterfly possesses an incredible ability to migrate. Despite being thought to have a limited habitat, it turned out that the butterfly can travel significant distances in search of food and new territories. This discovery challenged previous notions about its ecology and showed that this species actively moved to avoid unfavorable conditions and excessive competition. Moreover, the mirage butterfly demonstrated remarkable behavior in changing climate conditions. Studies have shown that it can alter its migration routes and reproductive cycles depending on weather conditions, which indicates a high degree of plasticity in its life cycle. These abilities helped it adapt and survive even in the most unstable conditions. These new discoveries not only surprised scientists, but also prompted a reconsideration of some fundamental concepts in biology and ecology. The mirage butterfly has proven itself to be not just a rare and mysterious species, but a living example of how nature can amaze us with its abilities to survive and adapt. The region where it lives seemed to be one of the last frontiers where humanity has not yet fully explored the intricacies of life, and this discovery became only the beginning of a new stage in our understanding of nature. An ecosystem under threat. What does the return of the butterfly mean? The return of the mirage butterfly has alarmed scientists not only with the possibility of uncovering secrets of the past, but also with the potential consequences for the ecosystem. This event became a challenge for the local environment, raising questions about its interactions with other species and the consequences for ecological balance. The appearance of this butterfly could once again trigger changes in the existing food chains of the region. Above all, it is unknown how its presence might affect other insects and the pollination of rare plants with which it may have interacted. The restoration of the mirage butterfly population may lead to increased competition for resources, which could alter the balance within ecosystems. In addition, the mirage butterfly could become part of a new network of predators and prey, thereby redistributing the numbers of existing species. It is also possible that its return will attract the attention of new predators, creating additional threats for insects already inhabiting the region. The butterfly's impact on biodiversity levels has become an important subject of research. Given its potential role in the spread and influence of local diseases, scientists have begun to closely study which microorganisms these butterflies may carry and how this could affect other forms of life. The return of this species has also heightened the need to protect rare and vulnerable areas. The realization that such species can exist and thrive in untouched ecosystems has served as a reminder of the importance of preserving biodiversity. Research has shown that decades of environmental destruction could have hindered the return of such species, if not for the remaining refuges in the form of unexplored corners of the jungle. These aspects highlight how interconnected everything in nature is, and give new meaning to efforts to protect and study habitats that may be hiding other extinct species. A hidden threat or a new ally? Impact on biodiversity. However, the return of the mirage butterfly is not only an exciting scientific discovery, but also a complex challenge for the region's biodiversity. Its sudden appearance in an ecosystem that was long considered stable without it may cause significant changes. First of all, the mirage butterfly may begin to compete for resources with local species, which will inevitably affect the food chains. Its potential aggressiveness in searching for food could lead to a decline in the populations of other insects that previously had no such competitor. In addition, the mirage butterfly may become new prey for predators, which could change their food base and affect ecosystem processes. It is interesting to consider how the balance among predators will change if they start hunting this new species. However, this is not the only aspect that should be taken into account. The butterfly may also influence the pollination of plants that rely on insects for reproduction. The introduction of the mirage butterfly into this process could unexpectedly alter the region's flora. Another aspect that raises concern is the butterfly's ability to carry microorganisms. It could become a carrier of rare diseases, potentially threatening local species. Such a development may necessitate urgent research to prevent disease outbreaks. We must also not forget that the very fact of this species' return highlights the importance of protecting vulnerable habitats. These habitats may harbor many other species that have disappeared or are on the verge of extinction and provide for their survival and adaptation. Thus, focusing on the mirage butterfly underscores how important it is to preserve and protect biodiversity in order to avoid further unexpected changes in nature. The destruction of all theories. How did the butterfly change science? The scientific community was stunned when the mirage butterfly reappeared, and its return forced many established theories to be reconsidered. First and foremost, its existence for a century and a half, despite scientists' conviction of its extinction, required a reassessment of the methodologies used to study extinct species. As it turned out, nature can keep its secrets hidden much longer than previously thought. And this discovery highlighted the need for more in-depth and diverse approaches to studying biodiversity. Previously, it was believed that species which disappeared from the scientific community's view were doomed to extinction due to changing habitats and human activity. However, the mirage butterfly proved that some species can adapt and thrive in isolated ecosystems, sheltered from human interference. This case paved the way for a reassessment of the theory of isolation and adaptation in evolutionary biology, confirming that isolated populations are capable of developing unique survival mechanisms. Moreover, the mirage butterfly led to changes in our understanding of evolution itself. Its ability to adapt to changing conditions, such as variable wing coloration and metabolic adaptation, demonstrated that evolutionary processes can occur much faster and more drastically than previously thought. This discovery spurred new research in the fields of genetics and epigenetics to understand how these changes occur at the molecular level. Finally, the remarkable survival mechanisms demonstrated by the mirage butterfly have led to a reassessment of concepts regarding species resilience. Its return highlights that species once thought to be extinct can provoke significant changes in our understanding of biological diversity. This has led scientists to acknowledge that nature can always surprise us, and its complexity runs much deeper than previously assumed, offering endless possibilities for future discoveries. Lessons from nature. What can we learn from this remarkable butterfly? The lessons we can draw from the story of the mirage butterfly are truly impressive. First of all, this species demonstrates the incredible resilience of nature. For a century and a half, the butterfly managed to remain hidden from human eyes, adapting to constantly changing conditions. This phenomenon of survival illustrates how even the smallest organisms can adapt and thrive regardless of the threats they face. The natural environment, seemingly unpredictable and dangerous, can become a refuge for species like the mirage butterfly. Secondly, the butterfly has demonstrated an astonishing interaction with its surroundings. Its ability to change color depending on lighting conditions and threats shows not only a high level of adaptability, but also the complexity with which it fits into its ecosystem. This highlights the importance of studying subtle changes in the environment that can affect species survival. Moreover, the mirage butterfly provided an unexpected lesson about communication in the insect world. Its intricate wing movements and use of pheromones to communicate with its kin have offered a new perspective on insect social behavior. This has enriched our understanding of the biological complexity and interactions of these creatures with the ecosystem. This tiny butterfly has taught humanity one of the greatest lessons about the importance of preserving biodiversity. Its story of survival and return reminds us of the need to protect natural habitats, where unknown inhabitants remain hidden from the world. Each species may hold the key to unraveling more complex mysteries of nature, and the mirage butterfly has become living proof that we know far from everything about the world around us.